everybody? It's Brian, SLC Farms. Hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Thought we'd do a live stream. Remember, when you come in the door, pound that thumbs up if you like what you see. Let us know what you think. Get back rolling here. Chat pulled up. Tracy Walker, how's it going? Gordon Bright, how's it going? Appreciate y'all stopping in. Hope y'all are doing well today. Doug, Lakeside, how's it going? We're out cutting some brown top millet, getting it tented while we cut. Beautiful South Carolina day here today. About I think it's about 85, 86 degrees, and going well. How are you guys doing today? We planted this millet just over a month ago, and boy, she's thick, looking good. Y'all remember to pound that thumbs up when you come in, if you don't mind. That way maybe let people know we're live streaming. I hadn't done a live in, I guess, a week or so. I just been so busy, guys. I hadn't done too much of anything but work. But I hope everybody understands that. Make sure to picture, y'all can hear me okay. Looks like it's coming in all right there. Know if y'all can tell, we got a different color paint on the hood here. Our orange faded to, our orange faded. Yeah, we got to get it down before this hurricane. I've been cutting since Monday, and most of it's been cutting at night, but I had the opportunity to do some daytime cutting today, so I figured I'd do a live. I've been out here for a little while, but like I say, I figured I'd do a live and go from there. Alex Williamson, how's it going? That's good, great signal. Okay, that's what we want to hear. I got a friend of mine, he's running the Kubota with the tedder today. So he's helping me out. We're bebopping along trying to knock some acreage out. My thing keeps falling over there. Part-time farmer, hey, how's it going? Central Iowa. Appreciate you stopping in today. No, sir, no taffy today. No taffy today. I do have some snacks, but no, got a little bit of, let's see here, I think I brought me a Hershey's almond bar for some candy, but I hadn't really ate much of it. Super Scrub, how's it going? Appreciate you stopping in. Buster, I don't know, we got the dog in here with us today too. He's wanting to turn around where I mounted the camera. I'll pull y'all out of the mount in just a second and show y'all the inside of this here fancy machine we're riding in. So we are in a 2014 Massey Ferguson 7616. It's a 165 engine horsepower tractor. Well, I think it's rated at 150, but then we'll do 165, I think, on the bumps, what they say, something like that. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. It's been a while since we've done a live, and I've been doing so much work, I just been so busy. Paving the road behind your house, huh? That'd be nice, having a nice smooth road to ride on. But this here tractor, it's got this thing's got cab suspension, front axle suspension, GPS, auto steer. This is a farming tractor. That's for sure. Buster, you just got to sit down, bud. Good boy. Charles Cruz, hey, how's it going, buddy? Appreciate you stopping in. Y'all remember to pound that thumbs up when you come in, if you don't mind. Let other people know that we're live streaming. This field we're on right here, so the whole farm, approximately about 45 acres, but it's divided into like 4 different fields because of wind breaks and just how I guess they used to do things back in the day. This particular field we're on here is, I think it's about 15, 16 acres of that. This Massey Ferguson is a luxury tractor. I tell you, it's quiet. The transmission's really nice in it, really smooth. So far, of the ones I've been driving around trying out, I am really digging this thing. It, like I say, it's just a totally different animal than my other tractors. Totally different animal. I'm gonna have to call the tedder man and give him some instruction real quick. So y'all are gonna hear me have a little phone conversation just because he don't realize what I'm doing and gonna kind of mess up. I need walkie-talkies or CBs in all these tractors. That would really help with communication, but that stuff gets expensive. Kenneth McDonald, hey buddy, how's it going? We are busy. That's why I hadn't done too much on the YouTubes lately. Just been staying super busy and well, come on guy, answer your phone. With that being said, that's why we hadn't done much. I am liking this Massey better than the Deere. I have to say that. I really am. It's a pretty sweet tractor. I'll show you all the inside in just a minute when we get a little section finished up. Y'all be able to see the tedder man coming at us. Trying to tell him to look for his phone, but he's probably got the radio up so damn loud. There we go. Hey. Well, what you need to do is you need to go down the middle of where I have started cutting and work from your middle out, because what happens is I'm running over top of what you tedded. And then at the very end, you'll go back around the outer edges. Yeah, you'll just want to kind of find the middle. You can kind of, when you're riding down here on the end, you can see a light and dark line of where I started, and you'll just follow that and just go back and forth. When you get to the end on your first pass though, you need to kind of swing wide, or you have to get straight, back up, and then pull back up, because you won't want to turn that tight with the tedder. You blow the universal shafts out. But after you've made a pass, you should be fine. Okay, bye. All right, we got that figured out now. Smith Family Ranch, how's it going? Well, it doesn't look that pretty. Well, I tell you, it is a beautiful crop of brown top millet. I can go ahead and tell you that, sir. It's going to really produce well. There ain't a weed in it. And it's probably, the tires on this thing, this tractor's got 38-inch front tires, and the millet is almost to the top of them. I'm really thrilled with it. My cattle really like it. Deer Park Farmstead, hey, how's it going? John Neal, appreciate you stopping in. Road needed it bad. Well, that's good to hear they're paving it there. My horses like it. I've already cut a good bit of millet this year. We feed it to our horses. A lot of people around here, I've got a few people that buy it, but a lot of people around me, dang, I wish this thing would quit bumping over like it's doing. But a lot of people around here just aren't used to it. Spradlin, how's it going? Yeah, Deer Park, it's pretty cool that I got to that point. I was tickled to death. I appreciate all of my new subscribers coming in and riding along with us. I appreciate everybody that helps support the channel. I really do. It means a lot to me, guys. I'm really liking this Massey Spradlin. I am really liking it. She is an enjoyable ride, that is for sure. Right now we're running 7.5 miles an hour, and I can't even tell it. I can bump up to about 9 and still be just as smooth as can be. And I can tell you, he probably can't run as fast in the Kubota over there as what I'm running without getting beat up. I appreciate that. You've been one of my subscribers since the beginning there, Deer Park. Just as you've been a fan, I always watch your stuff. I may not always comment on everybody's videos because a lot of times I'm riding in here when I'm riding. Like right now, I got the iPad mounted in here, and heck, before I got on here live, I was watching Welker Farms live stream at that big, huge farm show they're at, which is pretty cool. I one of these years want to go to a big farm show. I've never been to one. It is really a Cadillac with the cab suspension, the front axle suspension, the auto steer. It's got power adjusting mirrors. I mean, this stuff's got more features on it than I'll ever use, I'm sure. But I think you end up using it, you know. I haven't been shown everything yet. One day a Massey rep is supposed to come out. We just picked it up on, you know, try out. And Massey rep's going to come out and show us a little bit more about it. But so far I've probably put roughly 4.5 hours on the tractor, and I'm really liking it. We took the John Deere back last week, and they know that we're still looking. And they're looking maybe for something a little bit higher in horsepower than the 6130. This one here on Tractor Data, I think they got it rated at 150, and then it's got a 15 power bump or something like that, makes it go to 165. I can guarantee it doesn't lack for power. I'm going to resituate this thing real quick. Let's stop here and see. About tired of it falling over. Surely I do something differently. Make it where it stands up a little bit better than what it's doing. We got 12 watching, 6 thumbs ups. Y'all remember, pound that thumbs up, guys. Jackie, Gerald Farms, hey, how's it going? Got to get back to work. Well, I appreciate you stopping in, buddy. Redneck Okie, hey, how's it going? Appreciate you stopping in. All right, let's get back rolling. That's gonna want to fall backwards. Maybe I got it. Let's see here. Trying to get it figured out. Every camera floor, camera mount's different. I am gonna try to go for a day myself to the Ag Expo. Jackie may be listening even though he's working, but I talked with Jackie over the phone, and we're gonna see if maybe me and him could team up together and split the cost of the ride and a hotel room, because it's a good 6 hours away from us. But we'll just have to see if that all comes to fruition or works out where me and him could do that. I think that would be really neat. So Craig, I did get a chance to go riding. We went to Ivanhoe, Virginia, about 3 hours from the home farm, and we had a wonderful time. This might sound odd or strange, whatnot, but I've been dealing with a little bit of muscle issues in my back this season so far, and I think a lot of it is due to not getting as much exercise as I was and riding in the tractor more. And I used to at least ride a horse every weekend or a couple times a week, and I've gotten away from that. And my body really needed it. I tell you, I felt so much better going riding. I woke up 3 or 4 days with no soreness in my back, and that might sound odd, riding a horse or whatnot, and not, making your back feel. I think a lot of it's the exercise that I get that comes along with it. And we just had a beautiful trip. Asked for better weather, better time, good company. So maybe y'all can see the 5 there coming up beside us. Good friend of ours there's helping me out, doing a little bit here. Might be a little better. I think we're getting enough distance between our rows. We'll just go in circles now. I really, compared to the John Deere, this Dyna 6 transmission is 24 speed shift, but the Dyna 6 is really nice. I really like how it shifts. You got multiple places you can shift the tractor, and it's all from the touch of a finger. The hydraulic remotes on this thing all run off your fingertips. You talk about less fatigue if you're spending all day in your office and this is it. Man, live. It's a comfortable tractor. The seat is very comfortable. So I'm really good with it. We're hitting bumps in this thing right now. We're at 7.5 miles an hour, and you don't even feel them with the axle and the cab suspension. That this is the biggest tractor I've ever drove. It's a 7,000 series tractor, I guess. I would assume most manufacturers are gonna all kind of be in the equivalent class here. M7, the 7600 series here, which now they've changed it from a 7600, it's to a 7700 series. Same tractor, but I think this tractor here weighs something like 16,000 pounds. It's got 1,200 pounds of front weight, it's a belly weight, cast wheel weights. It just that's all going to help with making the damn thing ride better. Yeah, right now we're riding along at a cool 8.9 miles an hour, guys, and I don't even know if you can tell, and I've never ever been able to have where I could cut with this kind of speed, I guess, which is going to increase efficiency, you know, less wear and tear on the body, all that kind of stuff. I'm tickled to death. Alright, let me try to read a couple of comments here. That's all thing, I'm going so fast. Oh man, that bulging disc is no fun spraddling. I'm buffering just a little bit. I might not have the Farm Fest in Mount Airy. I'll have to look that up, Alex. What month is that Farm Fest? Because Mount Airy isn't that bad of a drive. I'm gonna slow down a little bit. We'll go our normal speed. We're going about 5 miles an hour here. I'm gonna pull the camera mount out, let y'all see a little bit of the tractor. So this is the board on it here, and then this is going to be your forward and reverser here, and this also will shift gears. If I push up like that, we shift up faster. And I know this is going to be horrible footage, but if I pull down like so, it makes us go slower. We'll use the clutch. Here is the computer in the tractor. It's going to tell us, like right now, we're burning 1.7 gallons an hour of fuel. We're averaging 6.2 acres an hour. Gutter. That's what it says. And it's got so many different functions. That's the GPS. All that for the tractor. So right here is the armrest. Try to lean back. This right here is a gear shifter as well. 2 hydraulic remotes here, throttle, PTO, or your 3-point linkage. Then you have 2 manual remotes here, like the old style, or with the levers instead of being electronic. You got this is all buttons for your This is all buttons for your headlights, your auto steer, your cab suspension. Up here is going to be your 3-point linkage adjustment, all that type of stuff. Here, this controls each light switch of where you turn them on in the cab. And you talk about lights, this thing's got plenty of them. So over here on this wall can be your rear wiper, rear defrost, power adjustable mirrors, 12-volt outlet. Yorkshire George, how's it going, buddy? We got 2 little cup holders and a cubby right here. Buddy seat here beside us. Let's see here. There's more stuff in here. So right here, this box flips up. This is actually the AC blows into this little box to help keep stuff cool. And I think it's pretty neat. A whole 2-liter fits inside of that thing, and it stayed cold the whole day. Bluetooth radio, all that function right here. Climate control in the cab. If we turn, this knob, you want it. I just got it on high. Big sunshade up front that pulls down. It's another 12-volt outlet here, lots of power sources. The seat swivels back and forth, air ride, lumbar support. There's so many functions. Let's see here, I'll tilt up. There's so many functions on the computer, this thing, between the monitor on the left and the monitor on the right and this monitor. This thing does so much stuff, it's crazy. So I'm gonna put y'all back in the mount. We'll get back to cutting hay here. Lovely, man, when I'm close to the trees. Okay, I can understand that probably. Yeah, I wish it didn't have emissions, but everything these days, I think from like 2010 up, it's crap. This one doesn't do a regen like the Kubotas do. It only does DEF fluid, which is nice. I think it's got like a 65-gallon fuel tank on this tractor. The DEF is like 8 gallons. And I'm not sure at all what the ratio of what, you know, how much DEF it burns to a tank of fuel or anything like that. Like I say, it's probably a lot more tractor than what we need, but he wanted us to try it out. I think we got another one still coming to try here eventually. And after this one, I think the next one coming is a Kloss. It's probably going to be way too big a tractor. It's like a Axion 830, but they want me to try it and see what I think, how it works with my operation. Maybe get a little bit of feedback for the North American market in this area for their tractors. So, headed back to work. Well, thanks for stopping in, Kenneth. Appreciate that. How's that microphone working there, Alex? Looks like, however, I've got my camera standing now, I've made it shaky. Could be the dog laying against it though, I ain't sure. We if possible got a hurricane gonna come in next week. I know it's near Florida or going that way. I haven't really so much. I haven't really paid 100% close attention to it yet. See what's really going on, but I saw we were buffering there for a second. I see what you're talking about. I think it's mainly when I get down on that one end of the field. This end of the field seems to be fine. The opposite end of the field. Scott, hey, how's it going, buddy? Not a problem, sir. Not a problem. I needed to put something up. I had that filmed a while back. And I went on vacation, and then I kind of took a vacation from YouTube for a little bit. That's why I hadn't posted anything. And so that was a good video to put up. I enjoyed doing it. Behind mower, they were sure to tell me everything that I needed to buy. They were welcome to buy it for me. Barry McBride, how's it going? Push it back till Monday. Okay, well that's good for me. You need to slide up and sit down, bud. There you go. Good boy. Got the dog in here with us. Barry, I appreciate you stopping in, sir. Right along with us. Now this tractor here, oh I see need to readjust my camera there. That don't help things at all. There we go. Tighten this little booger up here. Yeah, I might have to figure out how I want to mount my tripod in this thing. I hadn't yet really decided. So, Circle G, how's it going? Appreciate you stopping in. So this Dyna shift transmission to me is almost like an automatic. I mean, it's kind of paddle shift type deal. I mean, you really get in variable speed between, you know, you can't dial it in like an IVT, I guess, or which I've never drove one, but between the ranges, the gears are real close, or the speeds are real close in matching, and I think, man alive, the thing's really nice how it all works together. what we're doing is, because of the weather and possibilities, we're tedding right behind me, getting it fluffed up and scattered, and then we're coming and we'll ted it again. We'll let it sit today, tomorrow, ted it again Saturday, and hopefully bale it up Sunday. This brown, especially with the dews that we're having at night, takes a little bit longer to dry, and takes roughly 4 days total to get it dry. I've been a good portion of it at night. We cut Monday when it was still spitting rain on us when we started cutting, but this time of year, I look at it, we got about months left to harvest for good hay harvest. You can harvest on into December, but it makes it tough. It really makes it tough. Just one of those things. That's not my TP, it's the landowner's TP, Redneck. They that little cabin we ride by there, just a second, maybe you'll see it on camera here in a second. This cabin, he built this thing by hand. The logs are hand hewed. I mean, like old school by hand, like no chainsaws, all hand tools. The trees were even cut down hand off properties in the area and stuff like that. And inside there's not much inside, but he's got a collection of arrowheads. So the cabin's coming up right here on our left. It's square logs, and I'll turn the camera, see if y'all can't see it. There we go. It's square logs, but man, this guy that owns this property, he is a neat fella. EMT, volunteer fireman, just does all kinds of stuff, and just logged I think about 90-acre portion of the property here. We're maybe stumping it for turning it back into pasture or hayfield as well. So oh goodness, that's the only thing about going fast. I can't read the comments as fast. Mics are unbelievable. Okay. Well, this tractor, I'm telling you, it is super duper quiet inside. I'm on the phone with multiple people, and they're like, "What are you doing? Sitting in your house?" And I'm like, "No, I'm in the tractor." I mean, the interior is amazingly quiet. If y'all watch DLH Farms, Dennis just demoed a newer 5700 series Massey and had a horrible experience with it. And I was really kind of, after that, going, oh man, you know, how's this thing gonna be? And my experience with this machine is totally different than his experience with the one that he tried. So maybe they need to revert back to some of their older stuff, because this thing is a dream to drive. It does 27 miles an hour, almost 28 on the road, which is freaking awesome. That's flying down the road. Talk about good road speed. Sid, how's it going, buddy? Appreciate you stopping in. Let's see here. If I can remember to put the stuff down on this thing. It is great weather right now, Deer Park. Humidity is not as bad as it's been. It's still humid, but not as bad. Any of them. I think my M5's a lemon. Now, if I bought this tractor, it would have some things tweaked with, messed with. Needs a right front tire, Needs a load on it. For some reason, one of the sets of headlights isn't working that good, or isn't working. Every other light on the tractor comes on. I don't know if the bulbs might be out or if it could be a fuse. So let's see here. Yeah, 14 watching, 13 thumbs ups. I'm betting if I went and looked, we probably got a thumbs down on there. That guy said this crop didn't very good, which that would be kind of hard because I'm watching the same picture as y'all, and I would think it would be kind of hard to tell how it looks. That standpoint, a weed patch can look damn good from the camera. Let's see here. Yes, sir. Brian quit. Just run till your fuel light comes on, and then we'll run it. You can in this. We'll leave that. I gotta go get fuel in the fuel truck. Yeah, my other help, Keith, now. He'll be in a little bit. He had school today. He's in college, but he had school today. But he'll come get it filled up for me this afternoon or evening. But you can keep running till you see the fuel light come on. You can go all the way till it gets. Yeah, you can go all the way till that thing gets down the line pretty good. It'll run a while. If it starts to sputter, just cut it off. Green tractor with the air. Is that four-wheel drive? Probably. You can see if that switch, your four-wheel drive rocker switch, you might have flipped it on. Yep. I usually run about 5.5 miles an hour when I'm tedding. 10-4. Okay, bye. Yeah, you don't want to run it out of fuel, but if it starts sputtering, don't just shut it off. But I don't think we'll have that problem. Okay, bye. Well, tractor's getting, that's it. Run it till it quits, Bradlin. I won't run it till it quits, but I will test the limits of a fuel gauge on everything I got. My old Ford, I've run that thing like 40 miles past zero when it says it's got like 0 miles to empty. I've run it like 40 miles past that thing. When she starts sputtering, stop. I'm not into trash into my fuel filters and stuff like that, but I run clean fuel. I try to keep my, I've got filters on all my transfer tanks, filters on my tractors, and too much. I don't worry with it too much at all. We burn through enough fuel, we ain't got to worry with it. You don't use this stuff. Let's see here. I can read these easier if I pull this out of this mount here. Oh, that's good, senseless. I might be missing out there. I tell you, any kind of back problems or long road, because they want you to do physical therapy and go in and operate the problem. They want it, you know, we need you to be on 800 milligrams of ibuprofen 3 times a day. Take these prednisone steroids. Let's give you shots in that. I think it does. It's got GPS, auto steer. I would have to buy, it's already completely wired for everything. The previous farmer that had it row cropped. It came from Sims, North Carolina is where this tractor came from. I would have like for the roof, but everything else is there. Yeah, like I say, it's auto steer. It's already plumbed for the auto steer. Everything. It's way more than what I would probably ever need. But if I ever want a little bit of row crops, I could. I think in spraying and fertilizing, the auto steer handy, and just getting your GPS lines right, you know. Even with these crooked fields I got, I bet it would still work. I don't see why it wouldn't. And I was worried about it feeling like too big, but honestly it doesn't feel any bigger than the John Deere. Now it's stretched out big and wide, and it's got skinny tires on it. It don't have like the big fats. It's got, I think, 38s in the front and 44-inch rims on the rear. I'll have to check those out, Doug. I've been watching more of your tractor. A lot of times I don't even realize, you know, sometimes who's got a channel that they post to and then who doesn't. But I try to follow everybody that follows me, that posts videos, and reciprocate the kindness. I appreciate the shout out video. That house you restored, you know, I commented that old house. I used to, I can do carpentry, I can do about anything. And as a kid, I woke up every Saturday morning to watch This Old House and Home Time. I've met Joanne Liebler, Bob Vila, Dean Johnson, all those guys back in the day. And so when I was watching your little video there on that house, it just reminded me of watching This Old House. So yeah, this thing got everything but the kitchen sink. I do that senseless. They'll want to put you on all kind of medicines, and with addictions these days and opioid crisis and everything else, they talk about a week versus 4 times a day to help control stuff. Well, that's rattling. Was an electronic clutch or a mechanical clutch or any kind of restoration like that. Uh-oh. What my kind of thought process is hopefully that this being if I liked this tractor or whatever, this being an off lease or me, I've been looking at, instead of new, I've been looking at off lease or demos, because I feel like they should be gone through. They should have either the kinks sale of it, so that way I don't have to deal with problems. I hope. That's my hope anyways. Now, you never know these days. I'm amazed at how sharp the dang thing steered. I just missed the header going. Like the fingertip. I mean, no, it's not that hard to pull a lever, but it's just easier, it seems. I mean, it just, I don't know, it works out easier. There's a reason for it. Spraddling. This tractor has roughly 1,800 hours on it, so it's well used. But I mean, I can't say anything. My five over there that's tedding hay, it's just over a year old and almost 1,000 hours on it. So, you know, from 2014 to, if it was say a 4-year lease and they turned it in 2018, they had 1,800 hours on it. That's roughly 500 hours a year, just a little less, 450, something like that, I think. I know in the GPS it was set up, it had a planner thing set up in the GPS, and some other stuff I was looking through messing. So, and I had a lot of sand in the floor, so it came from somewhere where it was sandy soil. Right here approaching dove season, so there is an added benefit to us cutting this millet crop right now. By the time we baled, September 1st is dove season, and we ought to have some nice dove hunting in these fields. Doves love flower seeds, millet, all that. So this power pole here good. I like to keep the fields clean, that's for sure. Mow as close to stuff as you can get. Even bumps like that feel like aren't rough. Hey. Spraddling, don't you have a D4? I'm trying to remember because I watch so many different dang channels when I'm riding in these tractors. Says we lost some people. Says we only got 5 watching. Probably because of the fuzzy screen. It looks fuzzy on my end anyways. But I'm probably not going to stay live. Uh-oh. Look out, Buster. Buster's knocking all over. You do. That's what I would really like. I don't want anything new by any means. I'd like an older D4, but I like the size machine just for transferability, and it would be great for arms like this farm. I'm wanting to clear some little hedgerows and stuff. That'd be an ideal little machine. I mean, because they pack a lot of punch. I've run a 450 John Deere, which I think is about the same size, but I'm more of a Caterpillar man myself. Yeah, asking online, they're asking for this tractor. My dealer can do a little bit better than that on it for me, but it's about half the price. Even once I added the light to it and everything, it's about price that John Deere. Now I know that John Deere, it was a 2016. This is a 2014, and this is roughly about 1,000 more hours than the John Deere. But this is more horsepower, more options, more features. So dollar for dollar, for a hay guy, this is going to be the better suited tractor. I think they want about 108,000 John Deere we were riding in, if I'm not mistaken. It's a lot of money for a tractor to bale hay with. For some reason, every field, I don't care, every field I've got ends in a triangle. I don't have a square or a rectangle field one. Alright, now we're done with that side. We'll bebop over here and finish up this side if the tedder man don't run us over. Tedder looks to be doing a good job. Looks like I'm going to have to plug y'all up. Let's see here about doing that. Phone feels hot. Now we've got 10 people in here with us. You pay a lot for that green paint, that's for sure. Alright, quit bebopping. Going to an older non-hydrostatic. Now what's your reasoning, Bradlin? Since I dealt with back issues since I was 14 years old, and finally 32 they operated on me. So I know long roads. Once they operated on me, man, I went in pain. I walked out the same day I was operated on. I didn't have to stay overnight. And was trying to get in a tractor and go to work and cut hay. And the doctor was like, no, you can't do that. But it was the best thing that ever happened to me when they worked on my L4, L5, S1, S2. And that was the best thing could ever happen. I had 2 herniated, one I think was ruptured. I had degenerative disease, stenosis of the spine, which are the go through the canals. Those canals are small, and so with the herniated discs, it was putting so much pressure against it, just made it, I couldn't sit in a tractor like this. I either had to lay down or stand up. There wasn't no sitting around. And it was the best thing that ever happened to me getting that surgery. That is for sure. I hate the pictures coming in blurry, but it's just the service that we have on this. Everything can't be perfect. As long as you can hear me okay, it really matters. Part of your back is bad, senseless. Is it your upper, your mid, or your lower? You know, 2 weeks after my surgery, I went back for a checkup appointment with the back surgeon, and he released me to drive a car. And for this guy, that meant, oh, I can do anything. And so I had people helping me in the hayfield at the time. I had other guys working for me. A buddy of mine, and I had a little small Kubota, a little 30 horsepower open station tractor. And but Kim, he gets on here sometimes if he sees us live. But he's helping the hay this year. But I said, let me unload it. And I hopped on that little Kubota to hook up the hay spear, because at the time I only had one hay spear. So we carried it back and forth. We had the M7060 with a loader, and I think I may have had the skid steer at the time too with the loader. So I had two loaders, but only one hay spear. Farming life, Eric. Appreciate you stopping in, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Telling the story about how I had a round bale fall on me. Well, so he pulled in, and I jumped on that little 30 horsepower Kubota, and it had a skid steer quick coupler on the front, and I grabbed the spear and put the latches down, and I grabbed that upper bale, had them stacked too high on the trailer, and I tilted back, and the whole spear, bale and all came backwards and crushed me down in the tractor, bent the steering wheel, broke the seat. Luckily, I had the roll bar off of the tractor. I had removed it for getting under limbs and stuff. It wasn't a folding roll bar. The tractor was so old, and I had that roll bar off, and thank God I did, because if I didn't have the round bale, would have got stuck and wedged me in the tractor. But I thought it about broke my neck, and I just had lower back surgery, and thank God it. I mean, I was very blessed. I hear so many horror stories of people getting killed with rounds on them. My friend was standing right beside me, because there wasn't anything he could do. It was a bad ordeal. It made me not want to unload round bales of that tractor anymore. And I guess the spear just did not match completely when I hooked it on. And when I tilted back, that whole thing came down on top of me. See you, sir. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to slow down here a second so I can read. Can't read everybody's comments. I get going. That's a good thing about it. I mean, yeah, I get efficiency done. I can't. Guys, some reading glasses. We have I am glad I am too. Gordon, my friend thought he thought my back was going to be broke. 100, appreciate you stopping in, sir. Appreciate you joining us. Anybody that's new to the channel, new to the live streams, I appreciate everybody stopping in and with us. Y'all feel open to ask any questions. I try to read all the comments. Sometimes I get, bebopping around and don't see everyone, but usually I'll all that. Yeah, country gal. This is my second year doing millet hay, and this is the prettiest crop we've had so far. It's a good 2.5 foot tall, good 30 inches, and real heavy in leaf content, small stems. It's gonna make some really good hay. Animals are gonna love it. We're your complimentary hat, Ted. Send me either an email, Facebook message, and I will send you a complimentary sticker, sir. Put you on the mailing list. We're getting a mailing list together. I'm going to, once a month, send out stickers. LC Farms at Yahoo. You can find us on Facebook or Instagram and send us a message. And like I say, we got 3-inch stickers, and be more than happy to send them to you for free. That's the least we can do for you guys riding along with us, and then guys follow the channel, and I appreciate each and every one of you. We did just get shirts in, and I know this thing's coming in, guys. I'm sorry about that. It's just the area that we're in. But we did just get t-shirts, and y'all are kind of the first hearing about this. We're going to do a little video on them and the stickers and let everybody know how to get get shots and everything instead of just doing it through the live. That even though the camera is, that y'all can still see me okay or hear me okay. Oh, wow, Deer Park. That is crazy. I know it's this end of the field we're on. It says we only got like 2 bars on the camera. It says we got 12 watching, 20 thumbs ups. I appreciate you guys pounding that thumbs up for us. That apparently lets everybody know that we are live. Ted, we have got to get you, if you're on here, you are not subscribed to PewView, be sure to go over right now, click his thing, hit go to channel, and subscribe to him. Leave my live stream and go subscribe to Ted at PewView Farms. He is a blast to watch. He's got a great cattle herd, does haying, all kinds of stuff, slings a lot of shit. Sometimes it's from his mouth, sometimes it's from a lure spreader. But if you don't have him featured whatsoever, he shouldn't be there. YouTube is holding him back for some reason. I think it's, I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know. But get on over there and check Ted's channel out. Really kind of the same thing to these guys. I'm not one of those sharing live streams, but in fact, I want people to connect, you know, help each other grow. That's what this YouTube community is about, is helping each other grow and finding people you like. No, you're not going to like to watch every single person you subscribe to. That doesn't mean you have to give them a thumbs down because you don't like their content. You just don't watch. That's one thing I've never understood is why give a thumbs out, thumbs down, just don't watch it. You know. He's back. Uh-oh, Buster, you're hitting the gas pedal, buddy. There you go. Sit down right there. Sit down. There you go. Good boy. I usually bring the dog with me in the tractor, but he was like jumping against the door of the tractor to want to come. And I can honestly say he won't be coming again. He's just too big a dog for a tractor. Uh-oh. Got somebody from New Jersey calling. Hold on, guys. Hello. Oh, wonderful sales. All right, we got to make. Did I win a cruise? It says it's. If it does happen to die, it says we got 10. It says it's charging, but if it does happen to die, then I want to make sure everybody has a great, blessed day and a blessed week. So. Y'all make this brother laugh. Yeah, they wanted, it was a vehicle processing center. They wanted some crap. Who knows? Alright. Let's get back going. Like the fact, like this transmission on this thing, you go down the road and you go to stop, it'll automatically downshift you and all that good stuff. Which is pretty sweet. You don't have to, you just don't have to worry about it. I don't know, it's just less thing to worry about. in the tractor. There's Donnie Burst tending some hay, got his cowboy hat on. That man never leaves anywhere without it. And I tell you, you talk about old people. That man right there is a tough old cowboy. He just recently had a birthday here like a year or two ago. And he has been through it. And we are happy that he's able to help us. You know, kind of like with that round bell falling on me. Just recently, he had a truck run over him, and his lungs and broke a bunch of ribs. Had to get titanium plates put in his ribs. Lost a lot of nerve endings in his arm, and he's lucky to be here with us. And he is used helping me as rehabilitation and just simply like rolling up straps. Help him rehabilitate his arms and get you back. Running the tractors is good for him. So we're happy that he comes out and help us. Let's see here. Jackie saying something. Yes, just a few more electronics. Craig, you're heading out. I appreciate you stopping, buddy. You're riding with us in the old Massey. George Place, hey from Vermont. Appreciate you stopping in. The screen is a little blurry. We don't have the best reception on the farm that we're at, but still got good sound. We're moving to a different better than the one we are currently in. I doubt it, but it's worth a shot. Now this is a field that we have already cut. This little bottom right here that we're going to. We cut it probably 3 weeks ago, maybe not even. And these past rains have really made this thing take off. And so while I'm here, I'm just going to go ahead and clip it down as well. So right along, you'll see. And look anyways. Got 12 watts, 22 thumbs ups. Appreciate that, guys. Does have auto steer on that 574. He's got the wheelman. Y'all haven't seen the wheelman? It's where you take and hold the wheel to the man that turns. Howdy Yates, how's it going, sir? This hood is not green. We are now red hood right. Got to get auto steer calibrated. I heard that. It amazes me. This field here is crabgrass. The rest of it's all just straight millet. This one came in now, and I haven't really done anything to it but fertilize. But it's real good regrowth on it. I hate you guys can't see it as clear as it should be. Rowdy, are y'all gonna get a second? Hey, where you're at? How that happens? That's event right on the dang thing. Well, it looks like we might be coming in a little bit clear. Buster, you got it down, buddy. Alright, let's get going again. Yeah, I'm back. I am back. That said the phone overheated. I don't know why that happens. I really don't. Be a light second cut. I'm hoping to get a lot of second crop. I'm still on second cut. I got to get finished and then start third. It's quite ridiculous. I highly doubt, guys. I mean, if we were to get this thing, I highly doubt that we'd get the GPS antenna and all that for the auto steer. I mean, that would be well down the line. I'd rather have like a mower caddy, some other things before I spent $3,000 or $4,000 on auto steer. I don't know. I can turn a steering wheel. This tractor's got a lot more things that I don't need, more so than I do. But when you're buying a used tractor and not like ordering something, I don't know. Can't be too picky. Your phone overheats too, Jackie? I'm not sure why they do that. I got the AC comes window so bad where y'all are kind of, that probably doesn't help things either. I think every tractor should almost come with window tint on the windows. Dog's about to lay on the gas pedal. My fields, you can't go to sleep. I wish. You're gonna start second crop next week, Ted. Okay. Anything happen or come to fruition with Ted? This speed, it makes the tires vibrate on the ground. That's funny. Can't get any video now. Are you talking on my end that the video's not coming through? Good sound system is a must. This thing kind of needs put me to sleep. I read the comment now. This thing really needs some speakers. Whoever had it before must have. I mean, they're kind of like the Kubotas. They're little bitty 3-inch darn speakers. What are you working on, Jackie? A secret. Upcoming video later. Oh gosh, tree limb. I think it's not new. Sorry guys, I'm doing the outer rounds here now on this little part of the field. You kind of got to cut this field in two little sections. It's got a little bitty terrace on this one little part we're riding around on. And then after that, it's fine. It's not very much. This is only 3 or 4 acres at most. It is not that much. Hold on, Ted, I'll catch your comment in just a second. Alright, we're going to let the dog out and let him run around for a minute because I'm tired of him sitting on my feet. Come on. Get rid of a dog for a second. You can go lay in the shade. Okay, Ted. Yeah, I did. I asked about the equipment to see if anything had come to fruition on that. That would be nice if they'd work out some payment arrangements with you. because a large purchase like that, I'm sure you're like me, it's hard to come up with that much cash at one time for a large purchase. I mean, a lot of times it's just easier to be able to produce some money with the equipment and make that payment versus paying for it all at once. At least for this starting out guy. That'd be real good, Ted. I hope it works out in your favor, sir. Come up and help you get the trailer going. The hardest thing for me to get used to on this thing is not using the clutch. Every other tractor I've had, you use the dang clutch. That's funny, George. Made you jump. Rick Bork. How's it going, Rick? Hope you're doing well today, sir. I just got done watching you put teeth on a bucket. Disappointed. I wanted to see you weld, and then the next thing you know, the thing was welded. And so then I had to go, well, did Rick weld that or did Rick's buddy weld that? So now you've got all questioning, who welded up the excavator bucket, Rick? Now I bet this dog follows me back and forth and round and around this field. He would probably rather do that than sit in the cab anyways, though. Let's see. This guy's got a nice gear stand in this field. One of those big box tower stand things. Really nice. I didn't know that the welder would scorch the GoPro lens. Oh shit, now y'all just fell out. Hold on. Pardon my French, didn't mean to cuss. Oh, there we go. Alright, sorry about that. I really did not realize that. I did that welding live that one time with my phone, and I was kind of worried about that, but I just put the phone, I think, far enough back you couldn't see the like welds, you know, but I had worried about that. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean for y'all to. Rick, I'm like you. I enjoy Ted's channel. I just don't understand why we can't get Ted. What are you at? You at 600 yet, Ted? You were real close not long ago. Have you made it past that 600 mark? I think you were like 572 the last time I looked, but I hadn't looked in a little while. Oh, Lord. He just pulled out through the middle of my field there. Probably out of fuel. You are not quite to 600 yet. All right. We're gonna have to do a membership drive for Ted. We've got to get him in that 600 to 700 range. All right, Ted. The only thing I can say is no more cursing on any of your videos from here on out, and that will probably help a little bit because YouTube at cursing, so don't say any 4-letter words, even rain. That's like cursing, ain't it? Saying rain, especially to a hay man. Gain a few, lose a lot. That's crazy. It sounds like one lonely farmer. Yes, you can drink cold beverages because Ben Vieser drinks plenty of cold beverages. I love hearing the sound of him crack a beer in his videos. So I don't think the cold beverages are a problem. I mean, the libs want you to be a drunk, drug-using, loading, whatever. They just cuss. They think that's bad. That's mean, ain't it? I shouldn't say that. Say gobble my balls like one lonely farmer does. I don't get YouTube. I watch this guy Weston Chaplin, and I don't know how I found Weston, but when I joined his channel, he was at like 400 subscribers. That was like, I don't know, 2 months ago. He's at like 267,000 subscribers now all of a sudden. I'm like, what did his channel do? I mean, he's just a fat guy working on trucks. So I think YouTube has a lot to do with what happens on your channel versus what doesn't happen, whether they want people to subscribe or not, or whatever. Well, I don't know if he's just wanting to hang out or what. He's probably waiting on me to get a little bit more cuts, what he's doing. Alright, let's see what he wants. I ain't worried about it. He's pissing me off.
I just got it off to take fuel while you were cutting.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, you can tear that one little back part back there, and by then, yeah, you'll see I've already mowed it. Just keep on driving around. It ain't but 2 or 3 passes. The deer is back at the deer dealership. We are in a 7616 Massey for anybody new coming in. So this is a 2014 model. It has 1,078 hours on it currently, and is a pretty sweet damn tractor. I'm hoping I'm far enough in this video that it doesn't get demonetized from me cussing, but yeah. No, it is a pretty sweet tractor. The wife asks you to move. But yeah, I took the deer back, I think last Wednesday is when we took the 6130 back. We picked this one up yesterday from our local Massey Ferguson dealership. We got it in from Sims, North Carolina. I think this is supposed to be rated at 150 engine horsepower, and then 15 extra on the bump, as I hear people call it. So, if I wanted this tractor, I can get a loader with it, but I still got the Kubota M5 with a loader, the M7060 with a loader, the Cat skid steer with a loader, and the John Deere that they brought out, it had that European style hitch on the front, and I didn't have anything to hook to the loader to it, so I never got to use the loader on it. Mine is just raising it up and down. I never had a hay spear to put on it, or a bucket or anything like that to try it out. So for testing, I don't really guess I need a loader. I mainly wanted to try the baler out and to try the deer. My cutter, this cutter, I couldn't get it to hook properly to the deer. It may have been something I was doing, but just the way the link arms are and the sway control, the cutter would constantly rock back and forth, and that's not right. So I don't know what I would do there besides get a mower at that point. And the deer is double this Massey Ferguson. Now, I did tell the deer dealer to try to find something price line wise, something a little closer to what this tractor would be, because at this point I would buy these. I mean, why spend double the money and have less tractor just because of some hours or whatnot? I don't see it. I don't see that being beneficial. It is about impossible, Gordon. They wanted $108,000 for that used 6130R. And I would imagine, because I had the same tractor as Dennis from DLH Farms, it wasn't the same exact tractor, but they came from the same place, same model, same features, everything. $108,000 for a new one. They wanted $128,000. So I mean, why not just go ahead and spend $20,000 more, buy a brand new one? I just thought that was a bit ridiculous. Didn't really see any point. Didn't see any point. Well, that's my thoughts. You know, the M5 that Donnie's back there tedding in, it's a year old and got 1,000 hours on it. Now, I bought it brand new. It had 5 hours on it. So to me, that's about 450 hours a year they put on this tractor. The rear tires look brand new, but it needs fronts. One front tire is in good shape, but the other one, I'll show y'all if we get time. It's wore on the very outside, only on one side. The dealer thinks maybe they had a heavy tank mounted to the front and that caused some tire wear. I have no idea. Yeah, that was my thoughts, Ted. To spend $100-something thousand on a tractor, boy, I just don't see how these farmers do it. I mean, I think hay has pretty good price margins in it on what you make, in looking at what grain prices are. So I can't imagine these guys that are buying these new combines and stuff like that. I don't see where the numbers pencil out. Somebody had to show me something different. It's just odd. But maybe it does work out. But you know, I could justify $60,000. I think if we put a loader on it, a loader, depending on what you get, between 10 and 20,000, depending on what you get loader wise, because you can go all the way to really fancy electronic joysticks, ride control, all kind of stuff on it. But you know, even at 80,000 with a loader on this tractor, this is a 7,000 series compared to that deer. This tractor's got 540, 1000, 540E and 1000E, multiple ranges. So far, this tractor has averaged roughly burning 2 gallons an hour. The deer was burning 5 gallons an hour. This is a 6-cylinder motor. The deer was a 4-cylinder. Should have a little more torque to it. Again, I know it's a couple of years older, but I don't see where the difference is in that green paint. Now, I think brand new back in the day, this tractor loader run around $180,000. I can't be exact on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what my research showed me. Somewhere 160 to 180. Now this little part we're on here, like I said, we have already cut this once. This will be the third cut off this little section we're on. I think it does so well because it's the lowest point of the land. It's where all the fertilizer washes to, and it just tends to probably do a little bit better. That's why. So, but it's funny. I rode in here a week ago, and there wasn't hardly no grass. We get all that rain a week later, and the crabgrass is headed out. I see some of this. There's like some brighter green looking stuff in it besides the millet. I believe that's yellow foxtail, but it's not headed out yet. If it's not yellow foxtail, then it would be broom straw. But there's no reason that this field should have any broom sage or broom straw coming up in it. The pH as well, the nutrient levels are where they should be, all that kind of stuff. So, we still got 7 in here watching with us. Appreciate that, guys. See a limb we need to pick up there. I don't want to run over. Would be good. I'm amazed I haven't seen more downed trees this week. We've had some pretty nasty storms around the houses lately, and I know at the home farm we've had lots of trees and limbs to cut up. Big stuff falling, big stuff, not little stuff. So right now we are cutting hay we're running between 7.3 and 7.5, 7.3 to 7.5 miles an hour, and I'm telling you, I know these fields because I've mowed them enough. Normally I mow them at about 5 and I'm bumping around getting beat up. It's unreal. I've never rode something with the cab and axle suspension, but it is crazy how well this thing rides. I can't get over it. I know I've probably said that 10 times in this live stream, but it really is just unreal. It looks like we're getting a little bit better signal here in this field than we were, which is a good thing. I know we're running into time. Right now I am sold, Ted. I really am. I mean, I guess I just look at how many hours I've spent in the tractor this year for the volumes I'm trying to produce, and I want something that's going to be less fatiguing on my body. And that John Deere rode real nice, don't get me wrong, but nothing like this thing. Well, what my thinking is, Gordon, is this tractor here would allow me to run a bell bearing, and the same dealer that sells these Masseys, he is a bell bearing dealer, and he is saying that he could find an off-lease bell bearing for maybe around the same price as what this tractor cost. Well, that would do a couple of things for me. Now, I wouldn't be able to get the bearing and the tractor together. I'd have to get one, then the other, you know, down the road. But what that would allow me to do would be to go back to producing small squares in the field and bundling in the field and still keeping my production up at the same time as not paying $1.50 a bale for rebaling hay. We're saving a lot of money on labor this year in the field, but I'm putting a lot of that money right back into rebaling the hay. But there's reasons for it. There's a lot of reasons behind what I'm doing in my operation right now. But if we could have a tractor like this, and then a couple of years later, or year to two later, get our own bell that puts us one step closer to our own rebaling operation. So we would bale in the field for a couple of years until we got facility built and the rebaling table. But then we would have everything we need for our own rebaling operation. The bearing, the square baler, the tractor to operate it all. So a bale bearing, Ted, go look on my a trip to the rebaler video, Ted, and you will see the bale bearing in action. It's a thing that gathers the square bales out of the field and puts them in bundles of 21. And there's several different makers. You have Bale Baron, that's one maker. Bale Bandit is another maker. And then Arcusin makes one as well, but it only does 4 bundles of 14 instead of the 21 bale bundles. The bundles make our efficiency in deliveries, hay sales, everything, to where I will never go back. I say never's a big word. That I don't want to go back to handling small squares in single form. In fact, we're fixing to sell our accumulator and grapple. I think the accumulator and grapple is great for an operation that's doing somewhere between 5 to 15,000 square bales a year. Once you start getting over those numbers, it still takes so many trailers and so long to get the hay out of the fields that the bale bearing is the way to go. But a brand new bale bearing, they're like $150,000 for a brand new one, you know. But if we could find a used one for $50,000 range, the same price as this here tractor, that would be feasible for our operation. And I think the key to being able to do what I do full time is volume. Because I'll be honest, guys, we make an average of $1.50 a square bale, sometimes $2, depending on the variety of hay. But you know, that's profit. That's said and done. When you know, after it's sold, after we've rebaled or made round bales or whatever. I bet Jackie could build one too, Ted. You got to sell a lot of hay bales. You know, if you want to profit $40,000 in a year, be it use your profit to buy more equipment, which is what I continue to do, or you want to profit to be able to take vacations or buy a home or whatever, you know, if you make $1 a bale, every square bale that you sell is your profit. If you only sell 10,000, then you only made $10,000 that year. Might as well go to McDonald's. So if I don't sell 35, 40,000 square bales a year, I might as well quit farming, because then it's really not worth it. I mean, I'm a skilled enough person that I can go anywhere and make $30,000 a year. I've got Class A CDLs, medical card. I can drive equipment, run machinery. I mean, I can do sales. You know, so. And there again, you're not talking about still a lot of profit here for this guy. Making $30,000, $40,000 a year is, yeah, you know, in this day and age, that's a menial job. I look at it as though the farm's getting paid for, because I include my farm in my cost of things. That's my office. That's my office building. That's where my cattle are. That's where my equipment's stored, my hay. So I have to include that. And so, you know, that $1 a bale net is what I net, even after truck payments and all that stuff. All that's factored into my farming. And one of these years, I'll do a breakdown cost analysis of what it really costs to make hay. A lot of people think it's cheap, but it's not. I don't care if it's new equipment, used equipment. Doing it right takes money. Well, see, Gordon, last year we put up roughly 29 to 30, I think it might have been 29,000 grass hay bales and another 4,000 wheat straw bales in the field. And it killed me on labor. I probably spent 100 grand on labor. And then I had to spend more labor on bringing guys in to load trailers, to take deliveries, to hand unload trailers on deliveries. And this year I've done just about all my field work myself. Now, like, I got a buddy here doing some tedding for me today. I'll occasionally get some help with hauling, stuff like that. But I've cut my labor costs down to about $10,000 this year in labor. And then the rebaler man, if I take him, you know, if I take him 10,000 square bales, or he makes me 10,000 square bales at $1.50 a bale. Let's see here. I'll do it actually, all the math. If we do 30,000 square bales this year times $1.50, that'll be 45,000. That cuts my labor in half of what I paid out last year. Even with the other 10, that puts me at 55,000 in labor. That's half of what I spent last year. So if I can get to where I'm doing it all by myself, or with maybe just one person, but in the field, and knock out some of that 45,000 I'm paying the rebaler man, I do stand to make more money. But starting out as a first generation farmer, hey, you're just going to be limited. I mean, it's just not major cash flow overnight, especially with me trying to buy bigger equipment to produce more, to get bigger. And that's what in hay the name of the game is. You've got to be able to supply year round to be a full-time hay farmer. And if you're in an area like mine, you better produce some damn hay, or you won't supply year round. You'll run out as soon as you cut it. Yeah, that's right, Gordon. Definitely more I could do in the field, the better. But now, like the guy with the rebaler, he used to do what I want to do, which was he would use his bearing in the field before he built his rebaler operation. But now he makes large square bales in the field and then rebales them into small squares again, because he can be doing field work a lot more efficiently with that large square baler. And then when he's got rainy or overcast days or winter days when he can't farm, he can sit there and make hay. You know, he can make hay all winter long. And now he keeps 3 or 4 guys employed because they run. He's probably putting out 100 to 125,000 square bales a year, maybe more, between straw and hay. He bales for himself, for me, and for, I know, at least 3 other farmers. So a lot of hay goes through his little square baler, that's for sure. This crabgrass right here is going to make some nice square bales. A lot of people, it took me a while to get to where I could sell crabgrass hay, but it's kind of like the millet. You just got to give a few test bales to certain people, and then once you get a few hooked and they realize and they tell their friends, then the next thing you know, you're selling the heck out of it. And the thing with crabgrass, you will never get a pretty green hay bale out of crabgrass hay. It turns brown. It's not pretty hay. But because that's where I always say color doesn't matter when it comes to hay. Because if you went and sent off tests for this, the protein is going to be higher in this crabgrass, well higher than any FAQ I produce. And you know, it's just trying to educate the public on what's there. So, what's available. But I'm real tickled with how this came in. My fear I'm wanting to turn all of this whole farm into orchard grass. It'll be about 45 acres total. And like all this came up volunteer this year, I fear I'm gonna have to fight a lot of trying to suppress other grasses and products from coming up in my orchard grass, more so than like here. The more you put nitrogen to this crabgrass, the better it grows. It loves nitrogen, heat, and water. So it's kind of like, well, dang, I got a good stand here. I can just keep coming back year to year cutting this. But you can get a lot more money for the millet, for the orchard grass. Right now we bring in about $6 a bale for our orchard fescue mix. And if I had straight orchard grass hay around me, we can get $9 a bale for it. That's outstanding. I even thought like an orchard Timothy mix, but I'm trying to do research. Timothy will survive in my area. Ted, appreciate you stopping in, buddy. Enjoy football practice. Right, and that's what this tractor here, my dealer said, would be able to tow a large square baler. Now he said it wouldn't tow, like he runs I think a 3x4 Massey HDP. He's got the high density Massey baler, and he said that this probably would run it, but it would tax it, kind of like my round baler taxes my M5. But he said an older 3x3 or a 4x4, this thing would run no problem. And like if you watch Farming and Fabricating, that John Deere 100 they got, I think it only requires 85 horsepower to pull it. You just need some weight behind it. That's the biggest thing, is some weight to pull it. But the large squares are nice for stacking, for hauling. Man, they've got a lot of good benefits. It's continuous baler, stop to net wrap. I don't know, the large squares are nice. I think our next thing aside from a bearing though is going to be more cutter. I either want a second mower, which you'd have a second tractor driver, or I really like the Vermeer TM cutters. So I think they can cut a 20-foot swath but fold up to 8 foot wide for going down the road. I think that would be the ticket for my operation. A swather would be real nice. But I don't want a 15-foot head to travel up and down the road with. It's not like I own my farms and can just sit at one place. Should be able to come in and start tedding. When I took over this farm, guys, it was the nastiest rank place you'd ever seen. It was nothing but briars and broom straw. The soil was in such bad condition, it was just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. I don't know if Donnie might be watching us or not. He should be able to come in and start tedding at this point. Like right now, we're in a real bumpy section of field, and this thing is just crazy smooth. I still just can't get over that. It is crazy. Yeah, I'm excited to build this stuff. I hope it doesn't get no rain on it or anything like that. Hurricanes can just pass all of us. We don't need it. It's right at time to start harvesting crops. Crops don't need to get beat to death with wind and rain and all that stuff. Yeah, 13-foot head, that's about wanting to pull down the road. I mean, it's getting big going down the lanes, and especially with the way people don't respect tractors anymore on the road, it could make a tough time. It could make for a real tough time. I did a lot of trying to hunt and research on this tractor before it came. I knew it was coming, and it's really hard to find good quality information on these machines, even through YouTube videos. I think YouTube pushes a lot of older videos way far back where you can't find them, and like this made in 2014, it was really hard just finding out anything about how certain things work, like about front axle suspension. How does it work? If you've got a loader, can you use the front axle suspension, or do you turn it off? And just different things. And I tell you, that's going to probably be with any of my focus, is explaining things. It's kind of like hook up the cutter. We had another YouTuber, Scott C. He requested that video, and I thought it was a great idea. But look on YouTube and find a video of showing you how to hook up that cutter. You won't find any others. And my dealer never showed me how to hook it up. I had to learn on my own. I had to learn the tricks from it on my own. And like, he just had to flat out say, I don't know the answer to. And he's going to get somebody in here that does. But there again, some simple videos of explanation on how things work would be really nice to be able to just find and watch. You know, like, here's how you shift, here's some things to do, not to do, you know, all that kind of stuff. And so, y'all fell over. There we go, we're back. There's like a little corner here, and I'm just backing up, straightening this little corner out. I can't stand having to make unnecessary turns, to be honest. A little OCD. There we go. The only thing I could say, and I've always heard this about Massey Ferguson's, the AC could be, it's cold. It blows out real cold. I think the temperature's right. But it doesn't blow out very hard. I think it needs a stronger fan motor or something in here. I think would help. I've got a little electric fan that like plugs into the cigarette lighter, and I'm thinking tomorrow, if I'm out here in the sun in this thing, I want to bring that fan with me just to flow a little more air than what these, the vents are above your head. And like I say, I don't know, I'm going to ask the dealer about that, if that's as hard as it blows. It feels like it's just, like I say, feels like it's on medium. Missing a speed in the fan. get this guy's attention so he can start tedding. I haven't found the horn on this tractor. Oh, he's gonna call me. I bet. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that tractor here because it's low on fuel and just let him ride back in the cab in the buddy seat with me in this thing. No sense in driving that one home when I gotta come right back out here to Ted. There he is. Hey, bud. Yeah, you can go ahead and start tedding. That way you'll be finished up by the time I will be, and we can just leave that tractor here. Okay, bye. Yep, some of those Midland radios, if they happen to be listening, I'd love to try those out. Or a CB, or... I used to have a bunch of walkie-talkies, and people lose them or forget to turn them off, and then the batteries are dead the next day, and something hardwired into the tractor would be a little bit better. Or maybe with a rechargeable base that you could plug into the cigarette lighter instead of going through AA batteries all the time. But that would be really nice for field communication, just to be able to... I used to have the old Nextels, and you could just hit the two-way on the old Nextel. Man, and things were great. Just talk to whoever you needed. The other thing I'm impressed with on the... Now, I know this is a big old tractor, but on my Kubota, when I lift up the disc mower, it really bends and tweaks the three-point arms. You're putting a ton of pressure on them. And this tractor here is solid as a rock when you lift up that hay cutter. You don't have to put that stabilizing chain on or nothing. It's just picks it right up off the ground, solid as a rock. The tractor doesn't tilt over when you go to picking it up, which can be an issue. Like feeling, makes it feel a little tippy, I guess I should say. We still got 10 in here with us watching, which I know I'm one of the 10. That makes 9. I appreciate everybody riding along with me while we're cutting hay. Makes it a little more interesting. Now there's a bouncy part of the field. But again, you don't even feel it. I mean, the seat in here bounces up and down a little bit, but the tractor just absorbs the bumps as to where the other ones, the tires are flying off the ground. Even in the John Deere, you could feel the impact of bumps in the field. In this thing, you can't feel that impact at all. You can hear the bushings support the cab or whatever. You can hear that moving. But DLH spoke of the cab wanting to throw it forward in that 5700 series he was trying. This doesn't do anything like that. It's got hydraulics that pick it up and down. When you press the button for the cab suspension or the front suspension, you watch the front end of the tractor lifts up. It lifts the tractor up about 4 inches when the front axle suspension gets turned on. And then you feel the cab lift up, I guess, to be able to absorb everything. George, you made it back. Ag Wild, appreciate you stopping in, sir. We were cutting some brown top millet. Now we're on some crabgrass, cutting some crabgrass. We're enjoying riding along in this Massey Ferguson tractor. This is, aside from my old Massey Ferguson that I own, this is the first long period of time I've spent really in a newer Massey Ferguson tractor. I've loaded and unloaded plenty of hay in one. Uh-oh, y'all are falling over again. But I have never done any cutting, baling, raking, any of that kind of stuff. Field work, I guess, in one. So we're doing great today on this end Ag Wild with a beautiful South Carolina day. About 85, 86 degrees outside. And I think we're about to finish up on this farm for the hay mowing. I got one more little field I can mow. I'm going to go over and look at it. If I don't mow it, I'm going to turn cattle on it. Just haven't made that decision yet on which one. George, that video you put up the other day, is that your, sir? I believe that's what you said. You got a beautiful little young lady there growing up. I think the dog is wanting back in the tractor, but I'm gonna make him wait until I finish cutting this section. I think when I finish with this little section here, I will probably end the live. Got half of, I asked, was that your daughter in the video you recently posted? Yeah, I asked, was that your daughter? My drink out of the cooler up here. I'm getting a little thirsty. I think that's so neat that it's got a little spot that the air conditioning vent blows on your. You could fit a 6-pack of beer in there if you wanted, I bet. Maybe big cans, not bottles, but I wouldn't want to bounce around with glass bottles in the tractor no ways. Daughter and your wife. Beautiful family, sir. Yep, beautiful family. It's funny, this tractor here will make you feel like a different person riding in it. I feel like a real farmer. My buddy was saying, I guess the M5 ain't your big tractor no more. And I said, well, it's still my big tractor, but it's not that I'm using. Which he likes it because he isn't in the little 2-wheel drive tedding hay, and that M5 definitely rides better than the M7060. Being with the bigger front tires, and it's got better seat, all that kind of stuff. Well, I would hope you think so. That'd be pretty bad if you said, no, they're not. That would be pretty messed up. I bet your wife would slap you if she saw that. Yeah, I was thinking of, I used to watch the show Seinfeld back in the day, and they did an episode where a lady had an ugly baby, and he was talking about how nobody wants to say their kid's ugly. And I was just thinking, man, that's horrible. Who would say that? Who would think their child's ugly? Anything God created is beautiful. Seinfeld. That used to be a good show. I tell you, a show like that would never, ever fly in the PC world we live in today. It just wouldn't make it. They would be rode off the air. They'd be rode off the face of this earth. John, how's it going, sir? Appreciate you stopping in. Gotta give you a wrench, sir. I don't know if YouTube cares if I give out wrenches or not, but I enjoy giving out the wrenches. I need all the mechanical help I can get, so I figured if I give out wrenches and we break down, then I'll have plenty of mechanics to come help. I think that's what the wrench means in YouTube anyways. Makes you a mechanic automatically. There are some ugly babies, I guess. I have to laugh at that. Yeah, that is yellow foxtail coming up in this field. I had to hit that next spring and make sure that that gets eradicated. We do not want foxtail in our hay. Horse people don't like it. James, we are in a Massey Ferguson 7616. We took the John Deere back and picked up this Massey Ferguson here to try out. And when the live, if you go back rewatch some of the beginning, I did a little interior tour of the cab, and I've talked multiple times about what all features this thing's got on it. Crazy the amount of stuff. It's got from auto steer to power mirrors, climate control. I mean, it's decked out with options. So far, it's a really, out of all the tractors we've been trying, it is a really, really nice machine. Yeah, I'm thrilled to be using this thing, James. It is a treat, to be honest. I will be disappointed getting in any of my other tractors after using this. I don't want to use it too much and get spoiled. That would stink. I'll forget how to drive those old manual operational tractors. Have to shift the gear levers manually and all that. Golly bum. And that's what, 2017, 2018 technology over there. I'm just joking, or trying to anyways. I'm not a comedian. Make our little backwards pass here, and then we got one little spot to tee it up. Clean up the little terrace there. Difference is amazing. It is crazy how these tractors come around. It is nice, Four Blessings. Appreciate you stopping in, sir. It is a really fine, outstanding tractor so far. I haven't found anything bad to say about it. Appreciate you stopping in, Four Blessings. Same to you, James. I appreciate you stopping in as well. Any new subscribers we got coming in, I appreciate y'all riding along with us in the tractor here. I always tell people, if you don't like the camera angle, just let me know. I'm more than happy to try to move it around to different views. I know it probably gets old looking over the hood of the tractor, but I think it's probably the best view I can come up with. It's better than looking at my ugly mug. Well, you know, and the thing of it is, for blessings, this tractor here is a 2014 model, which is still new in my opinion. You know, we're about to 2020, so 6 years old. But this thing it's got some crazy power mirrors, auto steer. I mean, just stuff I wasn't expecting out of a tractor. I was laughing at the dealer. I was like, who needs power mirrors? And these mirrors stick out so far on this thing. It's actually handy. It makes them really easy to adjust, and going from the field to watching the implement to change it to go down the road. I laughed about it, and then I'm like, man, that's nice. It really comes in handy. So, you know, just how it goes. We don't need that limb there. Yep, this will be the last of any hay we cut this week. We've started cutting on Monday, and just the way weather might go, we're just gonna hold off. We've got a lot more to cut. I mean, a lot, but with not knowing what that hurricane's gonna do, I don't want hay to get 3 or 4 inches of rain on it. I can deal with a thunder shower, but when it gets beat down like that by a big rain, it just really affects things. I'll be honest, I don't know what it's doing right now. I haven't looked at the news or anything. I don't watch the news, for one. The only reason I know there's a hurricane coming is somebody else on one of the haying sites I'm on Facebook had said something about a hurricane coming, and it got me looking. But it's looking like if it hits Florida, that might be Monday from what I've heard. And then usually when it hits Florida, it's within a couple of days, depending on how fast or slow it's moving. James, appreciate you stopping in, sir. Have a blessed week. Gordon, appreciate you stopping in as well too. You have a blessed week as well. Appreciate y'all riding along. I'm not going to be on here too much longer. We got one more little triangle here, and we're going to end out this live stream. I don't even know if y'all can tell how bad we're bouncing up and down on that little part right there. Go watch the comments for a second. I'm just going to finish this out real quick, guys. Y'all need some rain, huh? We don't. We are, we got a lot of rain last week, and it really helped our crops and fields. A week ago, this millet wasn't ready. It was right on the verge, but as soon as it got that rain, it got headed out. It finished its growth stage, started heading. And as soon as I see seed heads, I start cutting. I want to keep that protein up as high as I possibly can in my crops. It's kind of like this crabgrass. It was brown 2 weeks ago, and now it's headed out. Got some pretty looking stuff. Yeah, it's going better than it started this morning, country gal. I really was not feeling well this morning. And I feel a lot better. I more woke up, I guess, or my body or something, whatever was going on this morning. I just had something going on either. Just felt kind of blah. It'll gear down automatically for you. That's so sweet. Driving an automatic car. Here. There's Buster standing there waiting on us. There we go. I've got one little strip where I was emptying the planter out. I'm gonna go cut it. I do know. I'm gonna look at that one, and I'm gonna decide whether or not to put the buffering bad. Sorry about that, George. It don't look like it's buffering on my end. We were finishing up this field. I think we should be at the buffering zone now. Heading back out of here. But I'm fixing to probably end the live anyways. I'm gonna cut this one little strip I got and then go check on that one. Like I said, I'm either gonna turn the cattle out on it or mow it, but it's not but another little field outside that one we just cut. But otherwise, the crops are looking good. I know I'll do live when we bale the hay, when we get started baling. Anywhere I service, I'll try to put up some lives. Hey, Central Farmer, how's it going? Appreciate you stopping by. We're just finishing up some cutting. Guy's about done with the Ted, the man on the tractor there. Jason Whitler, how's it going, sir? Wouldn't be able to see or hear anything. I can understand that. But I will say, I have live streamed from my open station, Massey Ferguson, and I'm not sure on other phones, but these Apple phones, the microphone on them tends to do fairly well in still picking up the human voice over the tractor engines. It's surprising how well they do. It is surprising how well they do. I appreciate y'all stopping in. Remember to pound that thumbs up when you come in if you don't mind. There we go. Get some wrenches handed out here. Yeah, Jason, you have to give it a try and see. I mean, worst case scenario, people love hearing, I do, I love hearing a good sounding tractor. Even if you don't hear the talking, do a little narration right before you hop on of what you're doing, and then hop on and let's hear a roar. So this field here, there ain't a lot in it. We were just emptying out the drill on this field, so it's real sparse, and like I say, there's not much here on it. There's like one or two little thick sections. Now there's a bunch that came up wild in here. That's what we're cutting right now, is what came up wild. Uh-oh. Fell over. There we go. Got y'all back. Uh-oh. There it went again. This camera does not want to stay standing still in this tractor. Now my other tractors, I usually don't have that problem. But in this one, it does not want to stay standing still. Oh, I hate going under trees. I would like one of those lane shark things for trimming up around the edges of properties. We'll take the skid steer in the wintertime and try to do at least 2 or 3 properties a year, cleaning up wood lines, tree lines and stuff. Just because I can't stand having limbs fall out in the hayfield or stuff like that. It's annoying as all get out. Every time we hit that one little spot, the camera falls over, guys. Sorry. I'll try to do a better job of holding it. I am just not doing a good job of keeping y'all held up. There's not much to this little section here. Just a couple of passes. I could tell where I had the spun, because when I came in here, I opened the drill all the way up. I was trying to get the little seed chambers empty, and I could tell where I did, because it's like super thick. There, now we came over that bump and y'all didn't fall over that time. Remembered to hold y'all up. I'm gonna have to buy me a suicide knob just to put on these demo tractors. Take them and switch them every time I switch tractors. All my tractors have suicide knobs on the steering wheel, and these past few demos, they don't have them. And I'm so used to operating with one, just having my hand rest on it the whole time. Weird having to turn the steering wheel the regular way. It amazes me how that's one good thing about millet crop. It does well in drought. It does well with rain. It about come up in any kind of soil. clay, sandy. Makes good feed. I think all that depends on variety on the feed though. I think there are some varieties that you're not supposed to use as feed. But we've been feeding it for about a year now, this brown top millet, and seem to not have really any problems. Our animals look great. So we're real happy with it. Don't know if the dog followed us out or not. Had to go back and pick him back up. He might have stayed with the other tractor. This little section here, about not even worth cutting, but it might make a half a bale, something like that. But my plan is I'm not going to worry about a second cut off of this millet that we're cutting now. The plan is to come in and start disking some fields and planting some grass on for next year. So I might as well cut it off and bale it up. It's still good even though it's not much of it. Not much of it. Last pass right here. Make our little backwards pass around the field. Just clean up any of this little extra. There ain't much there, but I just clean it up anyways. Landowner likes to pile up tree limbs along the edges of the fields for some damn reason. Alright guys, well, I think I'm going to end the live stream. I appreciate everybody that's come in and hung out and watched. I hope everybody has a blessed week. And if you hadn't, on the way out, pound that thumbs up. But I hope, like I say, I hope everybody has a blessed week. And we'll be back when we get to baling this for sure here. Maybe at a couple of the other farms. Like I say, it all depends on phone service for that kind of stuff. And I hope to get another video. I've been working on getting another video up either tonight. It'll either be up tonight or tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that, guys. And again, everybody have a good evening and a blessed week. And thanks for stopping in. All right, guys.